All right, Kenny Smith, Total Force Holdings. Today, we're going to discuss the best for last when it comes to signaling. And that's going to be Pyrotechnic. So, I'm not going to launch one of these. What we got here is a Gyrojet pin flare. All right. This is a flare launcher. You can get all kinds of flare launchers. This one's simple. All right. Pull the spring back, let it go. Now, to load it, you just take your cartridge, your flare there, press it in the top till it seats, pull the pin back, let it go. Right? Simple flare launcher, right? But you can use whatever kind of flare launcher you want. Maybe you have one of the plastic Orion 12 gauge flare launchers. Nothing wrong with those. Maybe you've got a little bit bigger marine grade flare launcher, 26.5 millimeter standard, right? Like the Pt14 or some of the Polish and Romanian ones that come into the country for years. Those are all solid. Maybe you went big or went home and you got something like a 37 millimeter launcher. Those are absolutely legal distress flare launchers, and you can do all kinds of stuff with them, probably more than with others. There are purpose-built flares like conventional road flares. There are parachute flares for illumination and signaling. There are conventional stars that shoot up like these. These are just a single star flare, right? I launched one of these flares. It goes up, bright red star goes up in the eye, goes up and comes down. You might have one with a parachute on it where it goes up, parachute deploys, and it drifts slowly down to earth, burning for longer. You might have some that are a cluster of stars. We used to use star clusters quite a bit when I was in the military. They go up and it pushes up 4 or 5 stars up there, so it's easier to see from a distance, right? And then there's also smoke. You can military has for many years used colored smoke to indicate different signals, right? So you can obviously use smoke to conceal your position, cover in advance, create a distraction, but you can also use it to signal. This color smoke means this. One common practice, and it's been talked about in several TV shows and movies, let's say you've got a helo coming in to pick you up. All right, Roger, pop and smoke. You go ahead and kick smoke out. The helicopter has to identify your color of smoke. Otherwise, you just don't move, right? So things like that you can absolutely signal with smoke. Typical like distress smoke as used in a maritime environment is going to be bright orange, but you can get it in all different kinds of colors, and you can actually make your own color code with your people as to what different colors of smoke mean. You could do the same thing with different stars or like star colors of your flares. It's one of the reasons why I kind of like the idea of a 37 millimeter launcher, because you can roll your own, right? So you can go ahead and put that flare up. Let's say my buddy's coming in, he puts up a blue flare. All right, well, I see it. I know who a blue flare is attached to, so I put up a green one for him to come on in. All right, well, maybe my other buddy puts up yellow, and red means come in for him. So you can absolutely come up with a visual signal plan using Pyrotechnic signals, and that's been being used for centuries since Pyrotechnic signals came to be a thing. Have fun.